A couple of weeks ago I started selling some different products that I engrave on my xTool P2 Co2 laser cutter. I've been getting a lot of orders, and one of them was from a local school who ordered 45 cutting boards for Christmas gifts for their employees. For some reason I decided to try to make all 45 cutting boards in 24 hours without leaving the shop, starting at 4 AM on Friday morning. Okay, good morning guys. It is now 4:07 and we're just gonna start printing some boards. When I say that I make these cutting boards, I guess that's not 100% accurate. In fact, I buy the cutting boards from a local store, sand off the old finish, laser engrave them, then sand them again, and then put on a new finish. The reason why I'm doing it this way is that if I were to make these cutting boards from scratch, it would take way too much time. I'd have to buy the lumber, mill it down, glue the boards, mill again, cut it to size, sand them, and then engrave and finish them. Obviously I could do that, but I'd probably have to double the price, and I don't think a lot of people would buy them if I did that. So this is a great way to give customers what they want for a reasonable price, while still making some good profits. This laser engraving business was supposed to be a side hustle. I imagined getting a few orders that I could do in the evenings and weekends, but it didn't take long until this turned into more of a full-time gig for me. I'm getting orders every single day and it just doesn't seem to stop. So right now it's somewhere in between a side hustle and a full-time job. It would be really hard to fulfill all these orders if I had a full 9-to-5 job in addition to this, but at the same time I do take some other client projects as well as making these YouTube videos. The finish I'm using here is called Rubinol. Unfortunately, this is not available in the US, but I'll put an Amazon link to another food safe finish that I'm using as well from Osmo in the description below. Okay, so it's now 6:08 and I've got 5 cutting boards done. And I think this is the way to do it, to go 5 cutting boards at a time. I think it's going to help me stay sane, because I don't want to have 45 cutting boards running at the same time and having to stay in control of which ones have been sanded, 120 grit, which ones are 240 grit, which ones needs to have logo on the back, and so on. So I think 5 at a time. And so that will be 9 rounds of 5, and at 2 hours per round. That totals to 18 hours. So that's good. I think we're going to need the sort of backup of 6 hours, because obviously I'm going to need to have some breaks during the day. But I'm pretty sure we will be able to do this in 24 hours. Okay, moving on to round 2. I'm not going to go into details about the price, the expenses, profits and so on in this video. I'm gonna make a dedicated video on that in the next couple of weeks, but I will say this. The price of the xTool P2 is $5,000 when it's not on sale. And in the first 3 weeks, I've made more in profit than the cost of the xTool P2. So I've paid off the entire laser cutter within 3 weeks. I'm not saying this to brag, but that says everything about the potential of this machine if you're selling the right products. I was very fortunate that xTool sent me this laser cutter for free, and xTool are the sponsors of this video. Now I have some links in the description below if you want to learn more about the xTool P2, and if you use my links to buy, I will earn a commission at no extra cost for you. But regardless of that, I think it's obvious that I highly recommend this laser cutter. There are so many possibilities with this machine, it's super easy to use, and you could also make a lot of money with it. So thank you to xTool for sponsoring this video. It's 10 a.m. and I'm about to put some finish on batch number 3. And I just realized that I've been here for 6 hours now. And after I've been here for 6 more hours, I'll be halfway there. So that isn't very motivating, but it's a marathon. It's a marathon. Just have to go slow and steady. Now I have to be honest. I feel very lucky that I managed to find some products that apparently are popular. And obviously 2 months before Christmas is the perfect time to sell these types of products. I did not have a genius marketing strategy or a perfect plan on how to make money with the laser. I started engraving some cutting boards, posted about it on social media, and the orders started coming in. I've made all of my laser engraving templates available for purchase on my website, baloni.com. Please feel free to use them on your cutting boards and sell those cutting boards. And hopefully you can make a lot of money from that as well, and we can all grow our woodworking business. So it's 10 past 4 now, which means we are over halfway, and we're also well over halfway on the cutting board. So things are looking good. I'm probably going to have time to make some other cutting boards that have been ordered as well. But I am starting to feel tired, so this is going to be interesting. I don't do very well on little sleep or not enough sleep, so 24 hours straight is going to be rough. And there's still 12 hours left. Some of you might be curious about the price, how much profit I have for these cutting boards. So I'm selling them for $35 per piece, and the expenses is roughly $11 per cutting board. So that's $24 in profit per cutting board. Times 45 is $1,080 in profit. So that is actually $45 per hour in profit, which is pretty good. But then of course you have taxes and you have VAT or VAT or whatever it's called, electricity bill, and probably some more expenses that I can't come up with right now. But now we only have 15 left and roughly 8 hours left. So. cutting boards ready for finish. So all of the 45 cutting boards are done. It is 2:28. So there's more time to make more cutting boards if I want to. It did take longer than I thought, but that was because I had 2 very long breaks where I did some editing and ate some food. But we got it done, all 45 of them. So I might make like 2 or 3 more, but not more than that. I'm pretty tired of having the laser machine running for 24 hours straight almost. So 2, maybe 3 more, and then we'll call it a day. Finally, 3:57 or 3:58. Now I know there's really no way for me to prove that I've actually been here for 24 hours straight, but I know that most of you guys will believe me, and if you don't, you don't. My conscience is clear. I've been here for 24 hours straight. I've made 45 cutting boards plus 3 more, and they're all finished and they're ready to be delivered to the customer. So that's it. I cannot recommend doing this, but it was a fun experiment. So thank you so much for watching. Now I'm going to go to bed. Good night.